if they have this disease. And then the third part of the program is what we are doing right now. So this is an AI training program that we've started. It is free for everyone to join. The lectures are pre-recorded right now for everyone's information. They're going to be up on YouTube. So anyone who's missing out on the lectures, they're most welcome to go later on YouTube. We'll post a link. We will also post the notes. Gemini is taking notes right now from the lectures. So you can always go back and take a look at it and see what's going on. We have about 45 people registered for the program, but attendance is usually about 15 to 20 people every time. It's summers right now, so it's a bit slow. And if you like, for the newcomers, we can connect you to our WhatsApp group as well. There are a lot of people over there. There's a lot of activity going on. And before I give it to Azam to start, I'm just going to quickly show you guys the website that we've revamped. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen. Just a second. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen, and there you go. So we've launched this, we've changed the website. The website was there before, but we've just revamped it, and we've done some changes to it. So essentially, once you go through it, it'll give you more of an idea what the company is about, what we're doing, what sort of a solution are we building, what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to help doctors. It's not something that replaces doctors. It's something that is going to aid doctors in giving out diagnosis and help them in setting a standard, so that, because there's a lot of variation when it comes to neurological diseases and their diagnosis. So that's number one. It's going to help reduce patient care times. It's going to reduce costs, and I think it's going to make a difference in healthcare in Saudi Arabia. So this is an example of a portal that we're building. The final portal might be a little different. It's going to be more advanced than this one. It's going to have a simple option. Doctor goes and uploads an MRI or fMRI scan, and that scan then would be run in our models that we have operating at the back end. So our model is trained on a data right now that we've got from companies called Adney and Oasis, and Azam can later on tell us. He has been telling us more about it, but I'm just repeating myself. And what would happen is then the model would run the new MRI against the data set that it's been trained on, and if there's a match to any disease, any form of Alzheimer's or dementia, it's going to inform the doctor right away and to give a result. And not only that, but via explainable AI, it's also going to explanation AI. It's also going to tell the doctor why it feels there's a match. So it's not just a hit and miss. It's going to have solid reasoning behind it. So that's one of the models, and obviously we have other models as well, LLM based at the back end. There's a system level impact. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all of it. You can go through it on your own time later. But essentially, we're looking for clinical efficiency. It's going to integrate into workflows. It's going to give out early diagnosis. It's going to enhance provider efficiency. And these are the programs that I'm talking about. Obviously, on the extreme left, you see the one sample of a post that we made. You can all see all our posts on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So this is the part of the Alzheimer's awareness public health drive. And then we have these collaborations going on with top Saudi hospitals, and obviously then the Saudi AI training program, which is going on right now. And we have researchers from Saudi Arabia as well as Canada. So Helio's on the call. He's working at York University, Canada. So he's with the James Elder AI lab over there. And so he's our Canadian connection. We have Dua. She's from University of Alberta. She's going to be probably joining in a bit late as well. She messaged me. And now I'll just quickly go through our products page. I just wanted to show you guys the changes that we have made to the website. Okay, so first is the video that we have. This is an Alzheimer's awareness video. You can view it on our social media channels and on the website as well. I'm just going to quickly pause it over here. And then as you move down, you have a look at our product. So this is the first product, the Alzheimer's predictor. This is the one I told you about. Azam will obviously fill you in later. Then we've got the neuro Alzheimer's analyzer, which allows the doctor to answer, to question the patient and ask for qualitative answers to different question inquiries. For example, what sort of mental disease history do you have in the family, or what is your lifestyle, what are your habits? All of that gets processed as well. And then the last part that Azam is going to be talking about today is the agentic neuro assistant. It's going to be intelligent chatbot that is going to be used for neurological diagnostics. So I will leave Azam for that. And this is Asma. She might be coming on the call today. She was one of our first Saudi AI interns in the training program. And this over here, you see, this is Dua, and her video is on social media as well. And let me just quickly walk you through our About Us page. So in the About Us page, you will find my profile, you will find Helios profile. You might find a few videos from Leap 2025 as well. So this is myself, and this is the Minister for MCIT. He liked our solution. He's been the one who's been encouraging us throughout this venture. And yeah, the video's over there. And that's the CEO of NTTP. So he really liked the solution as well. This is the team, myself and Helio. And just, I'm going to stop sharing now. So I will leave it now to Azam to start the lecture. But because Mariam's first day today, so I just wanted to quickly give her a brief intro. And Azam, over to you.
Hello, are you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, good evening. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Today, I am telling about the something the introduction about the generative AI and agentic AI, and also tell us how differentiate such level of model to the previous chatbot models, because in this session we are also building a chatbot agent by using generative and agentic AI. Uh, First of all, what is the generative AI and why we are using the generative AI? First thing is that generative AI is also a type of artificial intelligence to create more new contents for the dataset of images, text, audios, video-based patterns, which are given for the model for training. And secondly, generative AI typically used for machine learning models, especially the deep learning models, and it's an advanced form of natural processing language. Many models are built on NLP, and when the researcher feels that the NLP perform too much better, then they move to the transformer. There are core engines of generative AI. The engines which are made from generative AI is text generation. You see, you also use ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, and many lot of model. These are basically LLM models which are made on the basis of generative AI technology. And secondly, we also built many models from image generation. Many apps and other applications are available on the web. When we give our image and the AI model diffuse such images for different patterns or different scenes and sceneries. And similarly, the video and also the speech generation. When we speak some words and convert some words of other accents, such things are also built in generative AI. And the last thing is data augmentation. Data augmentation means when we have too much low data, similarly in our case, when we are building a model from agent from MRI, in some cases we have too much classes, data is too much low. In such case, we apply the data augmentation technique, and if we build a convolution network and using the transformers and other things, we utilize such techniques from data augmentation for our data generation. And now move forward.
Uh, Adam, before we move forward from the slide, I have one question for you. Actually, a
Yeah.
couple of questions. So, when we do data augmentation, obviously we are doing data augmentation because if we don't have enough data for Alzheimer's and we need to increase the data set. What we can do is we can do augmentation via this technique. And then in one of the lectures, I think I went through it when we had the presentation about the data pre-processing techniques. It had different stuff we could do to it, like we could rotate the images by certain degrees, and we could flip the image upside down or at different angles. And then there was other stuff that we could do to it as well, enlarge it and reduce the size. And what it would do is magnify it or otherwise. And then what it would do is it would give us then different images and splices, and then we could use that to train the data set. But my question to you is okay, if we use generative AI for other pre-processing techniques. So we talked about intensity normalization or skull stripping. So what if the system gets a MRI scan or splice which is not clear enough, and it is not able to perform the process of skull stripping properly? Is generative AI something that can help? Maybe it can generate a similar image which is clearer, and then we can perform skull stripping on it. I don't know. Just one question came to my mind.
Yeah, it's two different things. When we deal from last our model, last time Sir Helio also explained about convolution neural network. In convolution neural network, we apply a data pre-processing technique, and in which data augmentation task, we utilize different things like rotation and such thing, and creating a noise uh, in between images when we generate more data. But in case of generative AI, as we define the definition, the generative AI creates new contents from giving the previous content data and similar to such tasks. And in such case of generative AI, we build first a transformer, because the transformer performs such like thing, diffusion models, not in the convolution model. First of all, in data pre-processing task, we made a data, and after giving the data, we create a transformer for new images creation. Then we put such images to the convolution neural network. But this technique is, as a research level, is too much good. But in the production level, when we done the data processing task, first we give the data in the real time when we extract the data slices from MRI and give the data to transformer to generative AI, and then come back some data to our model. It takes too much time uh, because I'm not experiment for that thing. But I from previous different approaches, feel that when we apply more layers, it takes time. It's my observation.
Okay, okay, I got it. Please move on. Thank you.
Okay, this is I got this diagram for Systango. Basically, this diagram shows the roadmap and journey of the generative AI. As we previously said that many models are in past, um, mostly the models which involve the languages and which involve the textual data are trained in the NLP, natural processing language. And in 2010, when researchers feel that they made a perfect model that translate and generate the text in very perfection way, they create something like transformer like things. And he also trained such model on grammatical rules. And this is the basically evolution of the generative AI models. Then after 2014, the researcher also make some language model which make sense of the words, and also make the sense of the word, create some new words such like that synonyms. And in the 2017 to 2023 is era, most of the company, and the first company is OpenAI, create a generative models and create too much version of such of models. And after 2022, the first model, which is ChatGPT, is launched, and this is the first model of generative AI in the professional commercialization way, because in the research level many people also use such model in the research level, but in the commercialization way The first model, which is introduced by OpenAI, ChatGPT, and then the other models are evolved at, and day by day, the new things are coming to the peoples. Now, the other thing is that because after the evolution of generative AI, there is another term which is currently using is agentic AI, and basically agentic AI refers to the AI system designed to act autonomously, making decision and taking action with minimal human supervision to achieve specific goals. It means that the agentic AI basically combines the creates with the help of agents and with the power of generative AI, make a framework which is autonomous and making decision and taking action with minimal intervention of human, just like robots extract. And second thing is that agentic AI is basically a transformative technology, particularly with the integration of LLM model, because the core engine, yeah, power which gives the agentic AI through the large language model like LLM, because agentic AI basically is a framework, rules of work which utilize LLMs and different tools with the help of creating agents and LLMs, local LLMs, and through the other good LLMs with the help of APIs. And basically, these agentic AI are utilize the AI agents. Basically, today we are also build a AI agent. AI agent is just like a chatbot system which we operate through textual data, written that, and through voice conversation. And we define some rules and some techniques that it's performed that. Now we move forward, how this works. And the second thing, what is the AI agent? Basically, AI agent is normally a software program, but these programs are differentiated from the normal programs because in the normal program, the script and predefined programming techniques and predefined rules are fixed. But in the agent, same like that, but in the agent have full autonomy and they are basically prepared for specific achieve goals autonomously, and they also give the intervention to LLMs and other tools, APIs, and other things. As you see that in the diagram, this is AI agent architecture. The AI agent basically gets the data from local file. Local file means over local model. In similar over case, if we build a model from MRI for the reduction of Alzheimer and some other diseases, we get the inference from our local models. And similarly, when we get the information and prediction from our local model, because local model is trained from our training data, and we believe that we make such model in a good way. And after the giving inference, we also pass through such data to some LLMs and also pass some data some other tools for getting information. Similarly, we get the data integration through database, and we also interact with sensors. We also interact with APIs. This is basically the agent architecture. And the key characteristics of our agent architecture is that agent has a full autonomy. It is fully independent to perform their tasks. And specifically, when we create agents uh, in a every agent have a service oriented. Similarly, that if we create a research agent, the goal is that you get the research data, and similarly so on. And other feature is perception. Our agent has a fully perception. We perceive the data from the sensor and other thing. Reasoning and decision making also the property of the AI agent. Learning and adaptation is the most important property of our agent, because when we train our agent, our agent also learns the things from the our previous historical data of the users. because it also store the data in your memory buffer. Similarly, the multimodal capability, it means that our interact in the same way in the different models like textual model, video model, and speech, and also handling the complex problems. Now we move forward that this is basically.
I'm sorry to break you. I have one question for you. So, what would happen is then if we get new patients, we develop this model, this agentic agent, and we get, let's say, 25 patients who come in, and we run them, we do the diagnosis for them, the agent does helps us. So, you're saying that all the data for that 25 patients is also then going to get processed, and it is going to further train the agentic agent. Is that correct?
Yeah, because all the if the first person comes from the agent, similar like that, we interact from the LLM, and
Hmm.
the LLM also restore our history. And sometime when we move similar chat, we also store such some chat history in our memory. Similar is that all the historical checkpoints, all the history is not, but the specific checkpoints which need the agent, and the specific checkpoints are decided by the technique RAG. RAG is also a technique for retrieval augmentation module generation. And such technique, the checkpoints are also stored in the vector DB, and we also store that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Sorry, I
Okay,
have a question.
yeah.
I'm so sorry, but you have connecting me about my research paper. I already have a similar project about to protect and classification the brain tumor from MRI scan. It's a little bit similar, but I'm confused now. I don't understand how I can help in your team or my role
Uh,
in this team. Are you looking
Um,
for intern
Ma-
collaboration?
Mariam, let's. I think we should connect with you after the session. And what I
Yeah.
will do is I will show your paper to Azam because you've built a classification.
It's not published yet, but are accepted. I will have online conference and international conference in India and now last
Okay. Okay,
sorry
perfect.
last
What we
yeah
can do is we can see your approach, how you've
yeah
approached
sure I can share in this yeah
we can see your approach, how you've approached the problem of classifying different tumors with computer
for
vision and
sure
machine learning. And
for
we're
sure
essentially using one small part of our models is that we're also using computer vision and machine learning to detect Alzheimer's, and then we'll see what sort of similarities there are, and then we can figure out how you can assist us with our Alzheimer's awareness stuff.
yeah
The
sure. I have another question about the kind of data you see will predict Alzheimer's. So may I ask if you have the historical data for the patient?
Yes, so
Or,
we have.
yeah.
So what you can do is you can also go on if you go on YouTube and you see one of our very initial lectures. There's one full lecture on it. So what we've done is we've taken data from two or three companies out there in the United States. One of them is called ADNI, ADNI, and then there's another one that's called OISIS. They are listed on our website as well. So we've taken data from them and. I think we have more than 100,000 MRI images, which are classified by type of Alzheimer's. So whether it's early onset
Yeah.
of Alzheimer's, aggressive Alzheimer's, or slightly demented, or more demented, or not demented at all. And those are that's the data that we train the model on. We will be also getting Saudi data from King Faisal Hospital because what we want to do is we want to train the models on local Saudi MRIs as well because all the neurologists that we've questioned, they seem to think that the brain composition of Middle Eastern people is different from the ones in the United States, for example. So
Yeah.
all of that is going to get processed as well, and we can obviously share those data sets with all our students so they can, for example, if you need data for your own project, we're happy to share that with you. But I think it might be a discussion for another day. Maybe after the call today or maybe tomorrow, we can connect with you and we can see what the similarities are. If you have any trained models that you're using, if or is it just a paper that you've done right now?
No.
Uh,
I have that completely the training model with a website, the user interface. It's one my graduation project, so it's ready to use
oh,
already.
that's perfect. Perfect. So I will connect you with Azam after the call, and
I
then
do the presentation about my project to see already.
perfect,
I will
perfect,
share it
perfect.
with you. Okay.
Perfect. So we will take a look at it, and
Hmm.
we will obviously explore synergies over there, and that's very good. So I'm just going to hand it back to Azam so he can continue with the lecture. Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
okay. In this slide, we are explaining the how the AI agent ecosystem are work. Basically, as we say previously, the agent AI is just like a prompting techniques and some rules. When we use in the last of the lecture, the OpenAI SDK, you also more visible that what things are we are doing that. In such diagram, you see that our agent AI framework. In our case, we are using Open AI Agent SDK because this SDK is too much easy as compared to other SDKs. Because in the first SDK, LangGraph is the first company which built the models by using LangChain because LangChain is the first language and first rule of framework which are using from building LLM models. And in the initial, I think so, 1.5 year previous that the LangGraph is also introduced by LangChain company. But the programming code and other things like the connection of nodes and other things is too much complex. In the next, another company which is called QAI also introduce their agentic model, and these models are too much easy as compared to LangGraph. But after 3 to 4 months ago, the OpenAI also launched their Open SDK AI agent model, which is basically too much easy. And this model is basically based on 3 or 4 rules, and we apply such rules to make a model. And many companies agree that this framework is too much easy and is user friendly. Now I am also utilizing such model for building our product from the NCA, and today we are also make a practical demonstration of a general agent, how a general agent built and how I built a GUI. Now the ecosystems, you see that the framework also interact with the knowledge reasoning synthesizer from LLM, and also we connect to models and other things like scaling and some programming framework and some program. Basically, this is a basic overview that the agent interaction. Basically, agent interacts everything, and some also protocols are available for connecting agents from such things. Now we move forward that basically how we differentiate that agentic model is more better than the previous chatbot models. Similar chatbots are available in NLP and also available when the evolution of ChatGPT, because we also built a model for ChatGPT, but the ChatGPT models are not today's ChatGPT models are, and the previous 1 year before the models are too much different, and the traditional chatbots are fixed type of programming rule. You see that in chatbot follow the predefined scripts and rule. The previous chatbots, and as compared to our agentic AI chatbot, adapt dynamically use AI and machine learning because it's also interacts from LLM, and at the same time it also interact from the machine learning. These rules are defined you in the agents, how the agents suggest the thing that, and one term is used as orcherization. So orcherization basically a master agent. We decide that which agent performs such task. And similarly, flexibility point of view in chatbot operates on defined workflow. We do not create a new invention, a new predictive thing, because generative AI also involved a new thing and the RAG with the introduction of RAG. And in case of agentic AI, learns and improve in real time based on interaction. Similarly, the decision making, it's the most important part. because the decision making is a last part of our final output. And in case of chatbot, requires manual interventions and complex queries. Because in chatbot, we also in fact mostly believe that on the fixed things, and the fixed things are also calling through APIs, and fixed rules are applied in the APIs. But in case of agentic AI, these things are autonomously decision based by on the base of contextual understandings, the information getting from the LLMs, and after the retrieval of the information from LLMs, we also compare different LLMs data, and after the comparison, we give the final output to the users. Say, as a business impact point of view, provide the chatbot provide the basic automation, just like the FAQs live question. You see that there are different FAQs are available in the business profile website, that the how such technology, just like definitions and such thing. And these things are also the fixed things. A fixed answer are also provided by fact. But in case of agentic AI, the answers are not fixed. The answers are based on the logics, and such logics yeah, flow are developed by agentic AI.
Azam,
Now,
I have a, before you move on, so I have a couple of questions here. So number one, from what I understand, it's going to utilize RAG, retrieval augmentation, and it's going to have
yeah,
different LLMs at the back end. And once the question and answer session starts moving forward, it's going to, for each answer, it is going to pick out the best LLM that provides the
yeah.
best answer and then provide it to the user. Number one. So number two, I don't know if you have a slide on this question later on. I mean, you can talk about it now, or you can talk about it at later when you get to it. I'm sure you have one. How would you, if I were to ask you in very briefly in a couple of minutes, take 1 or 2 minutes and speak about how this agentic AI chatbot and what we've discussed in the last 5 or 10 minutes, how it looks like in the real life, in the life of a neurologist. What would happen? And just give maybe 1 or 2 examples.
In case of healthcare, specific, I also in broad overview, in the healthcare case, you have a neurologist, a radiologist, and other person. When the patient, and the first thing is that when a person give a our medical report, in the case of MRI, yeah, in the case of prescription, you have a option in the agentic flow. You upload such thing to the your agentic chatbot, and after pre-processing that your chatbot you make a different decisions and different things that similar like that. If you upload MRI, and we make a prompt decision that if a person upload the MRI, and MRI is in the format of Nifty and DICOM, then first call is goes to our LLM, on sorry, our model. And after giving, because we believe that our model is best quickly such thing that, because when we use the LLM is a broad way, is a interpretation of things. But in case of our MRI case, our model give the prediction. First of all, our model give us in the class of the disease, and further we also interpret that through the explanation AI. The further things that after getting something, we show something from a doctor, and the doctor also asks some questions regarding that. Then we move the call to our LLMs regarding to the questions of a doctor, because in case of agentic AI, we are in the backend we built different agents, and every agents we give a different LLM model schema. So similar that if we feel that the question regarding the medical science and medical science search history, we are also giving the call from the model which are best trained on the medical LLM. And in this just similar that if we the general question, we move a call from over OpenAI model or Gemini model. This is basically the structural hierarchy which facilitate the doctor in real time.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Now we move forward that this is a basic question why we use not use the generative AI and why we move from agentic AI. Basically, this is a major difference that in a generative AI, we basically generate new things, new information data, and these data are getting in the form of, we are putting the data in the form of prompts, yeah, in the form of images and other things. Basically, the fundamental goal in the case of generative AI. But in the case of agentic AI, we make a decisions and taking actions. And we are taking actions from the giving question of the user. Something like that. If a user ask me about some question about the fitness, yeah, some question about the other healthcare, we also pass through, in case of agents, we have different trained agents. But in case of generative AI, we have already also available the prompts decision. We also general programming. We also make some else and some other conditional things involved in the generative AI, just like the conventional programming. But in case of agentic programming, we are making a
Sorry, I think we lost Azam over there. Might be a internet or a power issue. Uh, let's give him a couple of minutes. Muad, I see you have a question. Please go ahead.
I clicked it by accident.
No worries. So, Helio, how's your day going so far?
I could complain. Yes. My sorry, I can't turn my video on for some reason. My camera is working specifically in the browser.
That's okay. That's not a problem. You didn't
Yeah.
have to go to work today, right? Saturday's off.
Sorry.
Saturday's off, right? You didn't have to go to York today.
No, but today here is Friday. It's not Saturday yet.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry, my bad. Yes. So you're
Yeah.
working from home.
Yes.
How is it during the summer these days? Back in my day, summer was very few people took summer courses. So it used to be a deserted. I used to take summer courses, but it used to be deserted at York. Is it any different now?
No, it's about the same. We see some people around, but nothing like when class is around.
Ah, I see. Well, a lot of it probably has to also do with the fact that I think they've pulled back on the enrollment of international students, Canada as a whole,
Mhm.
because I saw some news posts the other day, and they had some crazy figures of the rollback. It's like 70-80% reduction of international students.
Yeah, and I really don't know how they are going to untie this knot, right? Because as you know, the uh, uh, enrollment fees for national students are frozen. That's why the universities went looking for international students. Now they can't bring international students either. Uh, so the universities are in serious financial strain.
Yeah, I remember. So when I started at York, the year was 2007. So fall, August, September 2007. So our
Yeah,
university fee was it was about 15,500 Canadian dollars for the year, and this was
yeah,
based on 2 semesters, and it was based on five courses, five 3 credit courses for each semester. So it was like 10 courses for the year, 3 credit
yeah,
on, and the total fee was 15,500 or so. And then you'd have an extra 1,200 or so you'd have to pay for dental insurance and stuff, or health insurance, or UHIP.
yeah, yeah.
But the domestic students, they were paying about one third. So that was the
Mm.
formula, that the domestics paid one third, and they were paying about 5,000 or something. Now I think it's gone up. It's more, but obviously a lot of the income, that the revenue that the university was generating was from international students. And if you roll that back, then obviously then the university takes a hit.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, this uh, the can North American system, right? Because it's not just Canada. The US is the same for higher education. I really don't understand how they arrived at this, where on the one hand the state can set up how the universities are going to work. On the other hand, they don't really contribute much in terms of funds. Like, this is what you have to do, figure it out.
Yeah, that figure it out stuff is, yeah, it's not
And
gonna
then
work that
they somehow do it, and the state comes back and say, no, not like this.
well. That's very true. That's very true. Muad, have you raised your hand?
Yeah, yeah. I have a quick question for you, Helio.
Okay,
Yeah,
Sorry, first of all, sorry to interrupt your conversation.
no,
no
it's
worries.
fine.
But I sent an email regarding any research or authorship opportunities at York. You
Yeah,
did reply that you'll speak to the lab director. Is there any updates regarding that?
not yet. No. I'll probably have something to share soonish, because I know that James, our labs director, is talking to the other directors, that the other researchers that are members of this project. So I expect that he'll want to talk to our team sometime soon, and when that comes, I'll talk to him about it. It's not much use emailing him or talking to him about this outside when we're in a meeting, because he's doing 100 different things at the same time, and it's not
Yeah,
going
for
to
sure.
require, it's not going to remember about it later. So
Yeah, for
I
sure.
have to catch him at the perfect time to talk these things to him.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Now,
If there's any update, do let us know and appreciate
Of
the opportunity.
course. Yeah, always.
there's a couple of things over there. So number one is summers. Even in Saudi Arabia, because of the summers, it's very difficult to get a hold of professors, especially. All the professors that we collaborate with, they're either traveling or they're off, and it's very difficult to get a hold of them. The second thing is with James, even during the academic year, he can sometimes be notoriously tough to catch. So, and if Helio can't catch him on the ground, then it's it
Yeah,
means that no one can catch him, right? So,
yeah, exactly.
I see.
Helio, so you are taking the lecture on the 17th. Can you tell us a little bit more about, while we wait for Azam, what's going to happen on the 17th? What do you have in mind?
Well, I was planning to give a tour of our lab, uh, show some of the projects that we are working on, the autonomous wheelchairs, the snapbot, the robot that we're using to try different vision technologies, uh, and maybe give a quick peek of the campus. What do you think?
Okay, that would be great because I know a couple of people who do have interest in York. There's one lady. She's going to be on the call that day specifically because she wants a lot of more information about Europe because she's thinking about moving to Canada.
Right.
Uh, so she's also going to be on the call and she has some interest over there. And okay, meanwhile, while we wait for Azam, I've just messaged him. I think it might be a power issue on his end.
Oh,
Uh, just a sec. So I'm just going to share my screen, and there's something that I wanted to show you on the website.
yes.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so regarding the Alzheimer's awareness campaign, I was speaking and I didn't get to speak that much about it. I wanted to share a few more things with you guys, especially for the newcomers coming here. The purpose of the awareness campaign is number one. Okay, so we want to tell people about what's going on and what the symptoms for Alzheimer's are and how it's going to how our system. Number one, we have to tell them what Alzheimer's is. how the symptoms differentiate from different forms of dementia or from Parkinson's, and how it's now, remember, Alzheimer's is something that's not treatable. So, and I've reiterated this in the past. What usually happens is people get old, they get some sort of dementia, and they think it's dementia, it's okay, it's old age, whereas it's not dementia, it might be Alzheimer's. And by the time the symptoms deteriorate really quickly, depends on the patient. And then once they get to a doctor, it's already at the point of no return. Now, remember, there's no cure for it. And the only way you can sort of fight it is if you catch it early and then you start treating it and you start managing it early, so that it's sort of, you delay the onset and you fight it. So by the time, usually what happens is people get to a hospital very late. By the time they do that, it's already beyond the point of being manageable. And then it gets to a point that the patient cannot go for repeated tests. What usually has to happen is there's repeated MRIs and fMRIs that have to be scheduled at a hospital, and then those are taken to a specialist, and then the specialist reviews, okay, how is the brain composition changing? What stuff is changing? And then they use that information to make a diagnosis. It's a very long process. It can take months, and usually, if the symptoms are very severe, it gets very difficult for the uh, patient's caregivers to take the patient to the hospital. Once that happens and you can't take any more tests, then it's sort of, they let it go. They say, okay, you know what? Even if we do get the diagnosis, it's no point because there's no real cure for it. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to instill this responsibility in people that, okay, if you have symptoms, if your loved ones have symptoms, we want you to go and get them tested. So that is number one. Number two, we tell them about the symptoms so they can catch it easier, catching it at home. And then what our system will do is it will reduce the need for repetitive testing. So once that happens, is it's a single shot, one MRI, one fMRI, or it's uploaded to a portal. It gives you a diagnosis, and then the doctor can take action accordingly. Remember, it's not something that replaces a doctor, it's something that is going to assist the doctor. But on the ground level, you have to think of it this way, that if there's a rural community somewhere, it's an underserved population in terms of healthcare, and they don't have big city hospitals or big shot neurologists that you can go to, you can still go and get an MRI done, get it run through the system, get a diagnosis, and then maybe travel to a bigger city to seek more treatment. So it's also going to be helpful that way. It is going to save time and money. So that is something that has to be taken into account, and I think it's going to be a popular seller with hospitals. So we'll be getting very good feedback from everyone. I am just going to stop sharing my screen now. Um, Azam, you're
Uh,
back. Oh, welcome.
Sorry,
That's okay.
it's an interruption my side.
That's okay.
I think so. I am in the screen. Wait. I
Okay.
think so. Um, Now I am telling about the OpenAI SDK because this is the basically core library which we are utilizing um, for the building of chatbots through Agentic AI stream. And as you see that there are three main primitives of such library. First is agent, second is handoff, and third is guardrail. The first thing is that we made a different type of agents regarding if we are preparing a fitness module, then we also made a diet agent, exercise agent, and other precautionary different type of agent and combines and agents for the models, and different agent interact between them and also interact from outer tools and outer libraries. And the second thing is handoffs. Basically, this is the technique which we are OpenAI SDK framework provide us. How we allow how we delegate other agents from specific tasks. These tasks are basically just like rules and such like a triggers which we passed on. And our authorization mean agents mean a supervisor agents are call such things according to the prompt and according to the environment uh, conditions and rules which are applied from that for building the agent. And last thing is guardrail, because guardrail is precautionary things. And we getting the input from the user. Sometimes the user's input is not validated from our agent point of view. In such case, the exception, yeah, and message are passing through to the user. You correct your giving the information, then the agent move forward. This is called the humanic loop stream. And similar that such guard rails are also applied from the output. When we getting the output, we also pass through our guardrail or filter. Basically, this is a filter when we generate some output to the user, and our filter also narrate that which things are rules are properly integrate that and after generate such output. Basically, this is a schema of the open AI agent SDK. And you see that in the open AI SDK architecture, we have first of all a runner. uh, Basically, the runner is a basic function which run our authorization of agent execution. And after that we have the agent. Basically, this is a multiple agent stream, and the multiple agent streams also interact the tools and also interact the model. This is the mainstream we are implementing in our case, because in such a case our model just give a MRI, and after giving the MRI we give the prediction report classification, and after we are using explanation AI, we further also explain that, but it does not interact to the user. Such things are also available over agentic neuro assistant, over magic agentic neuro assistant, based on the situation and based on the disease. Also call that which matter model it's called. Either is local model is easy LLM model interaction, and it's also calling the tools like functional tool, web search, file search, and other things. And after that, the guardrails, the input and output validation also check that. In something like that, these things are also managed in real time in a AI point of perspective. And after that, the handoffs is a authorization of agent. One agent delegate the power to some other agent, and tracing is basically the agent logs, and it does other processings and other things are also available in the tracing. And such things are also used in the case of agent loops, which is we are calling that in the programming language the human in loop. And such things are managed that in the core engine in such a way. Now we move forward. Now we built up a GUI, because many GUI are things are available for running the agents, but the chainlet is very simple and specifically designed from the agentic agents, because its built-in feature is available, just like two and three lines. The conversational AI interface like Canvas interface is also available. You see that it's open source Python package to produce production ready conversational AI. It's mean that you do not use the components and you do not do the other things like React and the Streamlit components are used. Just like installing such library and giving the prompt to such library, all the things are handled. And the key feature is that build fast authentication is also available in that. Data persistence, visualization, multi-step reasoning is also available in that. And we also build a reasonable logics of assistant logic over agent in that. Now, I think so. It's a large slide. If anyone have a question, now we move forward for the practical demonstration of how we built an agent in Chainlit.
I think we're okay, Azam. Let's see the demonstration.
Okay. Now, first of all, uh, uh, First of all, we built agents. One package we are also uh, sending an email. We use a UV package. First of all, I uh, introduced that because the many people do not use such package manager. Uh, UV is a basically a Python package manager, similar like that, the poetry and other package manager, but it is too much fast like the other packages. First important thing is that when we use a basically when we install some package in the Python, we are using the pip. Pip is a basically a package manager which is using for installing the Python packages. But the problem is that the other version is also available like pipex. But the problem is that pip is not handling the environment variable and environment setting, and also not uh, um, applying the versioning of the compatibility of the different package uh, as compared to UV. You see that the single tool is a replacement of all the tools, pip, pip tool, pipex, poetry, and other like that. I also using such tool from recently 1 year, 2 months ago. I am using that the poetry. It is also a good package manager, but the UV result is outstanding regarding to the AI things like because the installation and the versioning is too much fast, the version syncing is too much fast as compared to pipex, pip, and poetry. And the very important thing is that the virtual environment is already built, and the other things also already managed by the UV package. When we get started, that you see that first of all we are installing just like that. We install the pip install UV package. The commands are already available in that. If somebody have a problem, they contact me. It's simple like that. Pip install UV and pip install UV. The package is also installed in your system. And after installing that, the first step is that how you add the packages. The command I also share such command basic cheat sheet. How the package add basically UV adds the command for adding the packages. These are the main commands. You see that when we run the script, we use the UV run command. When we add something like that, some package, we use UV add and the package name. Similarly, we remove some package, we use UV. This is basically the basic commands of the UV. And the other commands, basically we use that. We use init command. Basically, this command is using from building a package, building a project in a Python, and add command. Similarly, dependency of some projects and sync and some like that. The other commands are available that. Now we move forward that we first of all we built a new uh, wait a minute. I built a new buckets just like that. We made a hello world in a UV. We made UV, and in it it's the package, and then the directory name which you named your directory for the project. Call the hello world. And this is create our first directory of init in it. You see that we use the directory command and cd. And now you see that we open such thing in a real code source. You see that we have a hello world file is also available and create that, and all the built-in files is also available in that. And just we run such file, we call uv run hello.py, and the vent the already is created a vent when we first run the that our environment variable is also create that. You see that the event is also created and script and other things that mostly the people made such thing that by physically command, such things are already handled by UV. Now we activate such that we just give the path of that we when we and backslash scripts and backslash activate. You see that our environment variable is already activated that hello world is a file and we create a default name environment variable. You can give the some other thing that we name that when we create a environment variable, and our environment variable is created in a perfect form. Now, first of thing that we first create a single GUI of Streamlit. How we create that? First of all, we add a UV, add chainlet. We add the package of chainlet, and after we add that, the package is installed in my site. And you see that there is too much fast as compared to other thing, and the package is already available. That 2.6.0 package is available, chainlet in my format. Now we get a basic code of chainlet. This is a, you see that if we move to the chainlet file, it's also create how we install the package. And after that, this is a simple code which is available that we copy such code first of all, and we all such code in and these things are available. We cut because import are in the first line of the now our code is ready to use that. Now how we can run such code? This is command that uv run, and to run the chainlet file we use the command chainlet. These commands are already available in the library. Chainlet run, and our file name is hello.py. Wait a minute. Now the our agent is running that. This is running over agent. You see that this is simple, just 2 or 3 line, and your assistant is ready to work in the working mode. We just write that hello NCAI, and you see that respond is giving to on the screen. And there is also a light theme and also a dark theme is also available in that. If somebody have a question, then we make a agent further processing.
I think this is useful, Azam. I will forward this to the session link to Zayan and Asma as well, because I think they were very interested in making agents. And could you also tell us a little bit more about, now this was a very simple one that you made, but when it gets more complex,
No, no, no,
then
no.
how would that?
This is just like a, GUI creation of. Now I demonstrate you some other.
Mhm.
This is just like a, agent first call of that. Uh, I are not using the Open SDK and making agent. This is just like opening a GUI to see that. Now I'm making an agent. I also built an
Okay.
agent from the time saving. Uh,
Okay.
I
Thanks.
wait a minute. Basically, this is the agent we are building for people. This is just like a travel agent, which give information from user, and after getting the information from user, it responding on that. How we can build such agent? Basically, we use the OpenAI SDK, and after I am using Gemini API key from from thus agent. First of all, this is simple like that. First of all, we create just like this is not a example of travel agent. This is just like a basic beginning agent, a small agent example. First of all, we call some configuration file. These are also available in the documents. We call the Gemini API, which we get from environment variable. And after that, we made a client. Basically, how we interact, agent interaction. This is the connection building of agent. And we also this is the simplest example, and I am calling all the things in one file for the age of the people, but in the real time we also built a configuration file, and all the things are embedded in such file. And after that, we give the API key or Gemini key from our API key and base URL from the model. This is also available by Gemini key. We are using Gemini key because the Gemini key is totally free. In OpenAI case, sometimes that the key is not free. It is just like 20 to 25 days after that the key is expired. But in Gemini case, the key is not expired. Then we call a open chat completion model, and we take a Gemini 2.0 flash model and give the external client from our OpenAI client. This is a configuration of client giving you that. And further that, we also make a config file, which also use because some features like tracing disable, we are not using the tracing facility because in some time the tracing facility take too much time, and we call a simple agent. This agent name is, we call a agent assistant, and name is assistant. You call your name according to your essence, and give instruction. You are helpful agent. Your working is just like helpful agent, and other like that. We also give the in. We also use the method run sync method, and after calling such method, we are or give the input that the agent get the input. This is not input to prompt. This is just like a demonstration purpose. In real time, you get the input to prompt and write a program to two input, give the input 10 and 15, and apply all the programs after generating that. Now we call such agent Jupyter, and app.py. Now we calling such agent, and over LN, first of all, we give a hello message, and this given after that, you see that our agent interact from the Gemini API, and after interacting Gemini API, this give me that this is a function calculate first number, second number. After adding some number, calculate that. We also give some prompt that all the arithmetic calculation present on such two numbers, they also perform such that, and the result is that. Now we move forward that. Now we show you an other agent. Basically, this is a travel agent, and this is perform a traveling. This is basically a more good way result. Basically, this is a traveling agent, and the purpose of the traveling agent is that this prompt the user from the origin of your trip, your destination of your trip, what is your purpose and what is your date, and after that the agent is planned all the scheduling for you. This is also a simple agent because we are not interacting some APIs and some other things. We are also interacting through LLMs, and all the things get from LLM. Now we done that. UV run, change it run. Now our agent is building and running that, and you see that our agent successfully running that. Now, first of all, uh, we give our destination a hello message. I think so. The file is not. properly. Many files are open. Agent is not binding properly. Now, now basically, now our agent is running. You see that first of all, we give a message from user. Uh, Welcome to Travel Boot. Can you please share your sharing point of origin? I give you. I am in Lahore. It's auto location option that you set your auto location. Which destination you want to explore? I want to explore. I like that London. Now he asking me the traveling date, your month. I ask in August, and after that he also giving you get some information. What is your tool? I am like cultural tool, cultural, yeah, technical tool, technical. After giving that, our agent is working on that. And after some time, just like 20, 30 and 1 seconds, due to see that, or is looking that. Okay, the call is giving that. Call is accepted. And after accepted the call, giving some output. Sometime because we are using free API, sometime it's giving one and two postcard, and after that,
Azam, I have
you-
one question for you.
yeah,
So when we use this application for our own purposes, our own chatbot purposes, and the neurologist will be using this application, and then they will have the patient in front of them while they are going through this question and answer session.
no, no. In case of they are using, in the case of web interface, they are interacting that because first of all, when we use such over Unity, they gave their credentials, and after taking the credential, and this is also a possibility that he fix a appointment from over agents, and after the appointment that something like over chat meet, yeah, Meet, yeah, Zoom is available. That similarly, when we authenticate that, and the screen is available on that, and after the conversation, I think are done.
So we can use this platform for setting appointments for, well, finding neurologists in the area, setting appointments with them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Obviously,
Okay, that's very good.
we
And at
are
the back,
we are
at the back end, what do we have? We have the LLMs, we have the medical LLMs, and then we have the other
yeah,
one,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then it and RAG is being used
yeah,
to
yeah,
point it in the right direction, which LLM to use.
yeah, yeah.
So the
Basically,
key is the RAG here then.
yeah, yeah. But in such case, I am not using that. This is just like a simple agent. You see
Yes.
that after giving the information, a complete plan is also available. That you see that the London a deep dive, technical tour, focus, technical interaction. All the things are giving me like you visit. We may visit that science museum. We visit engineering and technology. Uh, and Silicon Roundabout. These all are the things which are available in London because LLM know that. And after the technical tours, see also you visit your university, visit your cultural considerations. All the things are built and such like that to you build your diet plan, your build your other things like that. This is a
That's
simple
good.
example of.
That's good. Now I'm just thinking for the rest of the month, I'm thinking of some exercise that we can give some of the students in the group, especially the ones that are interested in the back end stuff and in the programming stuff. But it should be related to building something that relates to neuroscience as well,
Yeah,
and to our research. So I'll let you think about it till next week, and then maybe we
because
can. come
because
up with the next.
this is the first session. In next session, we are making a detailed neuro agent, uh, and also give the assignment to the students which are interesting for building the agentic boards, because due to the shortage of time and the things
Yes,
are new for people, and firstly the
yes.
background about generative AI and other things, many people are do not know that what is generative AI, what is open AI. And after the next session, I also give some tutorials and something like that to share some people's. And the code is also uploaded on our repository of NCA, and we build technically agent regarding the neuroperspective. Basically, the idea is that.
Okay, that's perfect. No, I think it's a good plan. And what we will do is we will have the 11th session next week, and then
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
12th, and then the 12th session on the 17th of July, Helio will take that session on the 17th because he's going to give us a tour of the James AI Elder Lab and York University. So I think that's going to be very interesting. And then I'm thinking for the last 2 weeks of July, I think we might have give everyone a holiday because that would have marked the completion of 12 sessions. And a lot of people are on holiday. Starting last week, a lot of people went away. That's why we have a low turnout today. And then we will resume then in August. So I think two more sessions this month. The next session which you will take, and then Helio session on the 17th. And then I think we can take a 2 week break, and then we can come back. So I think it will be very good. I think it was a very insightful session today. I really enjoyed it because I don't have a technical background, as most of you know. So I think it was a very good introduction. It's good to get your feet wet a little bit at a time. And I know some of our initial sessions were very technical, and a lot of people complained that they were not up to that standard, and then we had to slow down a little bit. But I think this session today really marked the ideal balance between technical and practicality. So I think it was very good. And Mariam, thank you for joining in on our program. I will schedule something for you. I know you're going to email me your presentation. You just messaged me, so I'm going to forward that email to both Helio and Azam. Azam, it will be of special interest to you because Mariam has she's based in Dubai, but
yeah,
she has worked on a paper, and she has a model, and she has a website, as she said, and everything is ready. So she has made a model which is for tumor detection. And I know you were working on something similar to classify 44 types of tumors
yeah.
before we shifted the focus to Alzheimer's. So I think what she has done might be applicable in some way to us, and vice versa, ours to hers. So I think it will be a good, fruitful call. Mariam, when do you want me to schedule the call? We'll go through your presentation, but what's your availability? Should we do it on Monday or Tuesday, second half?
So, Mr. Ahmed, I'm free in any time, as you, Mr. Azam, and Holly say, I'm free.
Okay, perfect. That's very kind of you. So
I'm
I will
already
forward.
send I'm already send a mail with you. Can you just route for them, and anytime I will be there.
Okay, Mariam,
Perfect.
one question is that, um,
Yeah, sure.
are, are you uploaded your model on production side, Streamlit and some other, which your GUI, you build your GUI?
Sorry, I didn't.
You are building a model on Neuro, and you say that you also make a website from the classification of such model. Are you publish your website? You have your
No,
own website?
actually I didn't publish my website because my plan I will publish my research paper because already I get the highest accuracy and the highest accuracy in noisy data. So my plan is to publish my research paper, and already they accepted in the conference and will be published in next month, inshallah. And for publish the website, I'm not sure, but we will have a collaboration with the Shakhbout
Okay.
hospital in Abu Dhabi here.
Okay. Which technology you build your GUI for the prediction point of view? Are you use Streamlit? Are you use React? Some other thing?
Sorry, your voice is not clear.
Um,
Can you?
I am saying that. You are building a GUI, graphic user interface, for the
Mm.
prediction point of view, because are you giving real time, you give it image for tumor or different category, and
The
your
the main
uh,
the main
GUI,
idea is the user
GUI,
will upload the
okay,
sorry.
your GUI technology, which library you use for building your GUI?
I use Flask. I when I finish the model,
Okay,
I use Flask to complete
okay,
to
okay,
comparing
okay.
the my website HTML CC. It's a normal website. I
No,
made
no,
it
I,
like a
I, I know that class is already where you
mhm.
make a built-in template, also already built-in class in HTML, simple HTML template, and you call a API call from your model and get your model API call to your web page and generate that. Are you using explanation AI for the
Yes,
further
I have used it's like a time when you user upload the RMI scan for the brain. My model detect with the color and separated the tumor with the brain, so the doctor or patient will understand, and it will help the doctor to for the treatment. Like for if you will have used a knife or a cyber knife for
okay,
the operation, will do it in the brain. It will help it to 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 figure out the tumor. If you see my PPT, you will see the photo I have uploaded and the video already, how the website and the model work together.
okay, now schedule next week for the demonstration. If you have feasible that you make a 2 or 3 minutes video and share me and Sir Ahmed and also Sir Helio. I checked that how your model is working that in real time, and
I'll
how
be
I
happy to share with you any
uh,
details you need.
and how we can help you for further interpretation of and further enhancement of your model.
For sure.
Perfect. Thank you both. Azam, I have just forwarded you the email that Mariam sent me,
Okay,
and I will. So you will have her email now. So I will also send Mariam. I will send you Azam's email address as well, so you can tag both of us in the future emails. And then please send us the video as well, and then we will schedule something for next week. And
Have you
hope.
put it in the PPT? You can see the all of the architecture of my model. You can see how it work, the website work, the model work, the type of data. You can see all of the details. I'm ready to send my graduation presentation. It's all have all the details you need.
Oh,
And
perfect.
inshallah,
okay,
when the paper publish, I will share with you for
okay,
sure.
Perfect. Perfect. That's perfect. I will send you Azam's email address as well. Perfect. So that's about it for this week. I think Azam, it was one of our very, very good session today. I think it was very informational, and even to the layman, it's going to be very easy to understand how you explain things. And then we will pick it up next week, inshallah. And everyone have a safe weekend. And
oh,
goodbye.
okay. Allah Hafiz.
Hafiz. Bye bye.
Abraham.
Bye, video.